This is one fancy box. Hey everyone, it's Mark. I'm here to help you put more money in your pocket through credit cards and smart financial habits. If that sounds good to you, then do me a quick favor and click on the like and subscribe button down below. Also, check out the links down below in the description to apply for a new credit card and to get 2 free stocks from Webull when you open up a new account and deposit $100 onto your brokerage account. I'd love to know which 2 free stocks you get. Now, in today's video, we're going to do a full in-depth review of the Citi Prestige credit card, which is one of the best high-end travel cards on the market today. But we're first going to begin with a little bit of history because I admit it, I don't have the card right now, but I used to, and I saved the box over here for you back in 2016. So when you get this card, it will come in a really nice box. I believe it still comes like this unless they cut their marketing budget, but it feels kind of like a velvet texture. It's pretty nice. You can open it here. It's actually a box inside of a box. So you get this nice Bora Bora picture as you open it up. Then another box comes out saying your journey starts now with the new Citi Prestige. And then there's this little tab that pops out. And you get a whole bunch of nice booklets. Your card will be located right here, along with this, again, really nice booklet of all the perks, benefits, really nice travel pictures as well. And it just goes on and on and on because there's a lot of stuff that comes with this card. So I don't want to spend too much time on this because the card has changed so much over the years. I think there's been like 2, maybe 3, or even 4 card refreshes since it first came out. So what I'm going to do is just keep this up here to inspire you to get it yourself if it's a good fit for you, and we'll discuss that at the very end of the video. And in the meantime, I'll just show you a couple more quick things. When the card got its first major refresh, Citi did something pretty cool with it right here. First of all, that blue arc, hopefully the light picks it up here, is actually see-through. So you can see right through the card, which is kind of neat. Here's the back side to show you as well. What they did was they put the magnetic stripe that you swipe on the front of the card and at the bottom, where normally on most cards, it's on the back at the top. So that was one major card refresh. And then they decided to get rid of all that crazy design stuff and just make it look a lot more normal. The blue arc was no longer see-through. The stripe was then put at the top on the back again, so no one had any issues. This card still had Admirals Club access at the time. It no longer does, both of these cards were still plastic cards, by the way. So here's drop test number 1, plastic, and number 2, still plastic. So it was not a metal card at the time. And then we've got the new current version over here, which you cannot see because I don't yet have the card, but it would be a metal card like the Citi Advantage Executive card. So it's like a metal plastic hybrid. It would sound like that if I had it. The construction would be identical to this card. So I'm just gonna place that over here, again, to inspire you. So all of that was to simply say that this card has undergone a ton of revisions over the years, both cosmetically and from a rewards, perks, and benefits standpoint as well, which we'll dive into right now. And yes, everything that I'm about to show you now is 100% current as of February 2021. We'll start with the sign-up bonus. Right now, you can earn 50,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card membership. The average value here will be around $500 up to around $850 or so on average. We'll talk a bit more in terms of how you can get those different types of values in just a moment. When it comes to earning points, this card is actually extremely powerful. You'll get 5 points per dollar at restaurants, and you see the asterisk there at the end. That also includes cafes, bars, lounges, and fast food restaurants. Then you'll get 5 points per dollar on air travel, triple at hotels, triple on cruise lines, and 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. The annual fee on this card is $495. A high price tag for a high value card. Now let's talk a little bit more about the value of these points. When it comes to redeeming your points, there are a lot of different methods that Citi gives you on the online portal, but the 3 most common and popular ones are here on the screen. First up, we have travel using Transfer Partners. That gives you an average point value of around 1.7 cents each. That's where your 50,000 point sign-up bonus becomes $850 of value. Second, we have travel via the portal, and that gives you a flat rate of 1 cent per point, making your 50,000 point sign-up bonus worth $500 toward travel. And third, we have cashback as a statement credit, also worth a penny a point here, so your 50,000 points are still worth $500. Now, to provide you with a little more clarification on the two different types of travel redemptions, namely Transfer Partners versus the portal. Transfer Partners means you take your Citi thank you points and transfer them or convert them into airline miles or hotel points of a different partner program. Whereas the portal is kind of like Expedia or Kayak, where you get a portal and you can search for any flight, any hotel, any rental car, etc., etc. So while using Transfer Partners in certain scenarios tends to give you the best average value overall, there's only a finite list of Transfer Partners available. So if you want to fly an airline or stay at a hotel or go on a cruise that's not a Transfer Partner, then you want a lot more options at your disposal. That's where the portal comes into play. Having said that, here is the current list of Transfer Partners. Right now, there are only airlines. There are no hotels with Citi's program right now. Most of these airlines are international carriers. Of course, an exception would be JetBlue. But you're going to get the most amount of value most of the time when you fly internationally in a premium cabin, like first class or business class, on a long-haul international flight. The majority of these Transfer Partners are a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning 10,000 Citi thank you points will become 10,000 air miles. And of course, occasional transfer bonuses may occur, and the ratios may change over time as well. If so, Citi makes that very clear when you're in the redemption portal. Now on to the perks and benefits of this card. First up is a $250 credit. Now this credit is an annual credit, so you'll get it every single year that you're a card member, and it can be used for travel purchases every calendar year. And through December 31st, 2021, this credit will also cover supermarket and restaurant purchases. And the way it works is extremely simple. You simply swipe your card at restaurants, supermarkets, or with other travel companies, and you'll automatically get that credited back to you in the form of a statement credit several days after it posts to your account. Then you've got a fourth night free benefit. Basically, you get a complimentary fourth night at a hotel of your choice, excluding the taxes and fees. There is a minimum 4 consecutive night booking that is required, and you can book this through thankyou.com, which is Citi's travel portal, or simply by calling 1-800-THANK-YOU. Also note that you can use this benefit a maximum of 2 times per year. So in addition to that $250 credit, this fourth night free benefit is the main way that you can recoup all of the annual fee and even get into profit really quickly. For that reason, if you normally travel at least twice a year, staying 4 nights or more per trip, then this card could be a great one to have in your wallet. Next up is a benefit with Global Entry or TSA PreCheck. You'll receive a statement credit up to $100 every 5 years to cover the cost of your application fees with either of those two programs. In addition, there's also lounge access that comes with this card. You'll get a complimentary Priority Pass Select membership, giving you access to well over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. A very nice way to escape the chaos of the terminal and get something to eat and drink, relax, or be productive in a secluded environment. There's also a banking relationship annual credit, where if you have a qualifying Citi Gold account, you can actually get a $145 annual fee discount and $25 authorized user discount for each individual authorized user per year. Then Citi Entertainment will give you special access to purchase tickets to thousands of events, and there are also no foreign transaction fees on this card, so it's a great one to use on your trips abroad. Now, if you've been wondering what actually is reimbursable with that annual $250 credit, here's a list of the things that count. Airlines, hotels, car rental agencies, taxis, bridges, toll roads, parking lots, you name it pretty much, and it counts. So feel free to pause this screen if you want to see these categories in more detail, but just note that for the most part, if it's related to travel, there's a good chance that it will count toward that credit each and every year. For insurance and protections, you will receive cell phone protection, extended warranty, and purchase protection. But unfortunately, as of September 22nd, 2019, Citi removed all of the travel protections. So kind of weird that this is a travel card without travel protections, but I'm sure for a number of reasons, Citi decided to get rid of those. So here is what is currently left on the Citi Prestige card. Now we've come to the big part of the video where the big question has to be asked. Should you get the Citi Prestige card? Well, let's run through a few different scenarios to help you find out. You should consider this card if you travel frequently, fly internationally, stay 4 or more consecutive nights at mid-tier, upscale, or luxury hotels twice every year or more, and if you spend a lot on airfare and dining normally. Now, the reason why I said those last two bullet points was simply because the 5x point earning categories are airfare and dining. So you want to make sure that you normally spend money there anyway and use this card to earn a lot of points very quickly. And of course, with the fourth night free benefit, you want to make sure that your normal travel habits are conducive to using that type of benefit. Because again, this card costs almost $500 per year. So you want to use the biggest, most important benefits to recoup all of that fee as fast as possible and then get into profit. And I specifically called out mid-tier, upscale, and luxury hotels because if you're getting a fourth night free at, for example, a Hampton Inn or a Comfort Inn and Suites that costs $70 or $80 per night, you use that twice, that's only recouping, $160 or so. And if you recoup $160 and then also use the credit, $250 plus $160 is $410. But the card costs $495. So you really want to be using this card at hotels that normally cost around $150 or so or more per night to really make sure that you're making the best use of this card. And again, this should be based on your normal travel habits. Don't go spend money you would normally not spend. All that said, you should not get this card if you are a budget traveler, a domestic traveler, a road tripper, or if you don't stay 4 or more nights in a hotel twice a year, don't eat out often, or don't fly internationally. Now let's wrap this up with a few things that are good to know. For the sign-up bonus, the bonus thank you points are not available to you if you received a new card member bonus for the Citi Rewards Plus, Citi Thank You Preferred, Citi Thank You Premier / Citi Premier, or Citi Prestige Card, or if you have closed any of these accounts in the past 24 months. Then for the fourth night free benefit, it is calculated based on the average cost of the 4 nights, excluding fees and taxes. And this benefit works for cash bookings, points bookings, and points plus cash bookings. So if your 4+ nights are, $200, $309, $269, and $312, the amount that you'll get back from your fourth night free will be the average of those nights. In other words, you cannot purposely position the most expensive night as your fourth night redemption. And again, once you're in the portal, you'll be able to choose all points, all cash, or a blend of points and cash, where you get a flat rate of 1 cent per point. It's also good to be aware that authorized users cost $75 per person per year, and this is a metal credit card, specifically a metal/plastic hybrid, which means it will sound like this. Again, that was the Citi Advantage Executive Card, another metal plastic hybrid card from Citi. And that concludes our deep dive into the Citi Prestige Card, at least for now, until they decide to revamp the card all over again. If you enjoyed this video and believe it could benefit others, then please help me get it in front of more people by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications. Also, check out the links I have down below in the description to apply for a new credit card and to get 2 free stocks from Webull when you open a new account and deposit $100 onto your brokerage account. I'd love to know which 2 free stocks you get. And lastly, do tell me what your favorite benefit of the Citi Prestige Card is down below in the comments area. I thank you all for tuning into today's episode. I hope it brought you some great value. I'll see you again in future videos, and until then, remember, you are great.